שלום לכם וברוכים הבאים לשיחה נוספת של PMI. אני אילנית פרימן, מזכ"לית העמותה, ואיתי נמצאת היום Tamara McLemore. Hi Tamara.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm perfect. It's so nice of you to join us. I'm so happy to talk to you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here and thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Well, let me say a few words about you. Tamara, you have over 20 years of experience in the IT, telecommunication, application, and infrastructure implementations. Now, not only that, but you've also demonstrated results exceeding metrics with international companies such as Ericsson and Delta Airlines, for example. You're known for stepping in and turning projects around, keeping them under budget and on schedule while providing solution-oriented technology. You were a member of the 1 billion club before the age of 30, which is very impressive, Tamara.
Thank you.
But what you do now is the reason that we are having this interview today, because you've decided to take your over 20 years of experience and help other project managers develop themselves. You have a special attitude, you know, the make it happen attitude. And this is actually what brought me to you, because I saw a post of yours on LinkedIn, and it was all about, you know, you can do this. And it was so passionate, and I felt like I had to approach you. So tell us a little bit, why did you decide to go from being a project manager to teaching project managers?
Well, I went from being a project manager to teaching project management totally by accident. And it's because I failed the PMP not one time, but twice. And even when I was in those classes, the federal government paid for me to go back and forth to Washington, D.C. I failed. And what I saw is once I was able to get over the hurdle and pass the exam and actually start using the tools, I just became an unstoppable PM. I was a pretty good PM before. However, once I got my PMP certification, I don't know if it was that extra swagger that goes along with the piece of paper, but I actually was able to use the tools to turn projects around. And so, in fact, I wanted my coworkers to do the same thing. And then friends and family, of course, we're in project management. All of our friends are in project management, or we think they are.
Well, you think that everyone is a project manager in reality. I tend to agree with you. You know, I think everyone has some sort of project management skills within them because life happens.
Absolutely. And so I was able to tweak what I had learned from my instructors and actually speak the IT, telecom, infrastructure application language. And they really got it. And people were able to pass, not just pass, but pass really quickly. And then when I was at Delta Airlines, which a lot of people don't know, that was my first corporate boot camp. So I worked there during the day, and at night I taught my first corporate boot camp. And I got to see those PMs totally transform into managers and directors. So that really warms my heart. So that's why I'm teaching full-time now.
And you truly believe that everyone, or at least every project manager, should go through this and do the PMP?
I do. I firmly believe it because I am a product of doing project management for over 10 years without it. So let's take this into consideration. We have how many knowledge areas in PMI? Like 12 knowledge areas, maybe 13 now. Well, most of us are good at, of course, scope management, schedule, budget, you know, the traditional project management knowledge areas. But what about procurement? Regardless if you're in software, if you're in logistics, whatever field of project management you're in, you have to deal with logistics. And understanding how that's going to impact your schedule can really save the day. My other favorite knowledge area is risk management. And when you really understand risk management and how you can mitigate that or just eliminate it, that can turn a huge project around really, really quickly, or just eliminate all that extra headache and anguish that project management brings. So really understanding how to use the tools, because anybody can get that piece of paper to say you're a PMP. But I'm teaching this so that everybody understands how to use the tools.
Tell me something. I have a very important question for you. Do you think that people should start off with doing the PMP, at the beginning of their careers, or do they need a little bit of experience before they get into this? Because it could be a tremendous burden, a headache. Not everyone just passes it very easily. You yourself failed twice.
Correct. That is a really good question. I get asked that question all the time, and my answer differs. But I'm going to say you do need a little bit of experience. First of all, PMI requires 3 years or 36 months of experience. But just like when I got my MBA, once I had work experience and then got the MBA, I really, really got it. So I really do think you need some type of experience so that you know that, oh my God, this is why I need to gather requirements. This is why I need to understand the work breakdown structure. And so when I'm teaching my boot camp, everybody in that boot camp, whether you're in government, IT, I have people in non-for-profit, education, healthcare, everybody has that aha moment like, oh my gosh, this is why I need to be in this boot camp. This is why I need to pass the PMP. It makes your life easier. Who doesn't want to make their life easier?
Well, some people don't understand why they actually need the PMP, especially if it's not a specific requirement when you're looking for a job. So, if it's not there, then why should you bother? You can get the job, earn good money without having it, and you can still be a good manager. So why do we have to do this?
Because I promise you, if you get your PMP and you actually use the tools, you will be more effective and efficient. And I know that sounds like a commercial, but I'm not kidding, because my first 10 years of project management, you can ask my friends or family. I took my work on vacation. I took my work on holiday with my family. Like there was no stopping the projects. Now that I really understand how to effectively plan a project and execute and monitor control, I go on holiday, I go on vacation. And guess what? I don't take my phone and I don't take my work computer. And I'm actually able to relax on the beach because I know my project is smooth sailing because we have planned a really, really robust project. I trust my teammates, my developers, my testers. And so I'm really using these project management tools to create less stress, really. And let me be clear, my husband sees a difference because before he called me he's like, you're just always like, maybe you need to find another profession. I'm like, no, I love it. And we actually worked together in the federal government. So he got to see me live in action on some of these projects. And he can see that I'm a whole nother person. My friends and family can see that I'm more chill, I'm more laid back because I really understand how to execute a project. So for nothing else, the stress, spend more time with your family. And you will make more money as a PMP. PMI says you'll make like 20% more, but most people make about 30% more. You really do.
That's good to know, and possibly very encouraging for people who are hesitating. I know personally, I have met in this past year that I've been working with PMI Israel chapter, people who are on one hand, are very enthusiastic, and they are very, very sure that by becoming certified PMPs, they will advance and progress. And they truly believe, the people who go and do the test is because they truly believe that this is the next step in their career. This will take them to the next level.
Correct.
On the other hand, there are people who are kind of hesitating, and they're not sure that they actually need it. They're doing very, very well without it. So they do ask the question, why? Why should I do this? So I know we spoke about this, but give me please the bottom line. Why should they do this? And Say something you didn't say before.
So I would say because you can use it in any field. That's one of the, so I don't know if you guys are having it in Israel, we're having the great resignation here in the US, where everybody is resigning from their jobs. Let's say you want to do something different. Now that we don't want to go back into work in our everyday 9 to 5 corporate that we've been doing, maybe we do want a job where we can spend more time with our family, a job that you've always wanted to do, but your family, it's a no, you can't do that. You have to go to school and do this profession. My last contract before the pandemic, nobody believes this when I tell them that. It was not in IT. It was in legal. A law firm hired me to manage one of their largest projects, one of their largest customers. And when I say these attorneys were sharp, but they did not speak the project management language. So right there, I was like, wow, now I'm really seeing that every industry, you have to understand project management. You just do. It's just a different language. I know quite a few people that are physicians, doctors, and different professions in healthcare. Guess what? They are requiring that they be PMP certified or go back to school and get an MBA. So literally, I have doctors, MDs that are practicing medicine. In order to move up, they have to either go back to school and get an MBA, which we know that's 2-3 years, or get a PMP. So when I say everybody can benefit from getting a PMP, everybody, and the skills that we learn. Just like you have a spare tire, we have insurance in case something happens. The PMP is an extra insurance. And think about you not having to go back to school if you want to do something different and get an MBA 2-3 years. You can get this PMP and get hard skills, soft skills, power skills, actual tools you can use to do anything, to have your own business. What if you wanted to go from IT to owning a bakery? Project management skills. What if you want, so you need them. I just cannot stress enough. And I will tell you, before I got my PMP, I had an MBA in global technology management. I got passed over for position after position after position. Now, they didn't say it was required. However, when they called me back to say I did not get the position, back in the olden days, they used to call you and say you didn't get it if you were like the second person runner up. And they would always say they really wanted to pick me. But the person with the PMP, they know that they have the skills. Me, they pretty sure that I had the skills for this position. The person with the PMP, it's a proven methodology that you have the skills. So hopefully I answered your question, but I'm a product of it.
You definitely asked the question. I happen to agree with you. I do think that once you have the skills, once you have the knowledge, you can apply it in any field, because near enough every field of life is a project. So we are running projects all our lives.
Even when I go on my trips, my girl trips versus my family vacation, I run it like a project, and my friends will tell you that.
Well, without being a project manager, it is a project. You need to plan the schedule. You need to look after the budget. You need to be in contact with different stakeholders. Being your spouse, your children, your whoever else is on the holiday with you, the landlord, the hotel manager, whatever.
Absolutely.
So yes, it's absolutely every aspect of life is definitely a project.
It is. It absolutely is.
Anything else you would like to say to our viewers in Israel or the world for that matter?
One last thing that I would like to add that I did not add. With the new PMP curriculum, with the Agile included in the exam, that is an extra bonus because now most organizations are waterfall, hybrid, or some type of Agile. So why not do a triple upskill, get the PMP, learn Agile and a hybrid all in the same certification. So if I can't plug it any more than that, then I don't know what I can do.
Thank you so much, Tamara, for your time. Thank you for your enthusiasm and your passion about this. I hope that whoever hears this interview will get the message, and if they are, sitting on the fence, it will kind of encourage them to go ahead and do this certificate.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. And hopefully, like you said, both of our enthusiasm just shines through and we get so many people around the globe to become PMP certified.
That's great. Few more words in Hebrew. אז אתם הצופים שצפיתם בנו, אני מקווה שבאמת הפקתם תועלת מהשיחה, ובאמת הבנתם את החשיבות של העשייה של ה-PMP. אל תהססו, לכו ועשו. תודה רבה, נתראה בשיחה הבאה.